What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series, The Mandalorian. And so here we have the Mandalorian posed and out of the packaging. Before we have a look at the figure, let's actually take a look at what he comes with. The Mandalorian does come with two blasters. He does come with a small blaster which does fit in his gun holding hand, and it does fit into his holster really nicely. And then he also does come with a larger rifle, which looks a lot like Boba Fett's holiday special rifle. It looks really nice, and it can store on the back of him. There's a little peg right here that you peg it into. So really like the fact that he can store all his weapons. Other than that, we really don't get anything else for the Mandalorian. I don't know what more you would want to include with him. Haven't seen the series, haven't looked anything up on it, so I don't know what more I would want with him. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the Mandalorian, and I think Hasbro did a really good job with this figure. Now, paint-wise, there are a lot of nice little things on him. Unfortunately for mine, he has a little bit of a black smudge right here, just where the T meets the actual metal. It's not a big deal, but it is something to note that yours might have that same issue. Really do like the weathering here on the helmet. It's done nicely. Really do think that's a really good detail, although I don't think his helmet should be plain in the back. I think it should have that same rusted detail that we see right here. It is a little bit odd that only the back doesn't have any detail, but the front does. Something also lacking on this figure is the rangefinder right here, which we see on Boba Fett and Jango Fett's helmet. Really glad to see that there's a differentiating Mandalorian helmet, that they don't all have the rangefinder right here. Taking a look at his outfit, I really do like how his armor looks thrown together. You can see he has a... I'm guessing that's an old-fashioned Mandalorian torso piece. It does look good, and you can see some weathering effects, some dings, some scratches here. We also do have his pauldron right here, which does look like it belongs to the same set of armor, as well as his gauntlets, so I do like that little uniformity right there. On the back, unfortunately, there's some detailing on it, but no paint. Really wish Hasbro would paint the back of the figure. And then over on this pauldron, he has a Scarif Trooper pauldron, which you can tell because it has it's tan and then it has the blue line on it. We do have some weathering right here. Going on to his gauntlet, as you can see, done in that same brown deco that we see with most of his armor. Has some weathering on it. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has a flamethrower on either of his gauntlets, which is a little bit unfortunate, a little odd in my opinion. His little arm guards right here do look like they come from a Scarif Trooper as well, so that's a little bit interesting. You can see he does have a bandolier right here. We have some cartridges. I don't know exactly what his cartridges are for. Maybe it's just designer, who knows. We do have a little more bits and pieces right here on his belt. Some more cartridges right there. We see some more right there. And then we have his holster, which can hold his blaster rifle. And it does peg in, just so you can have it right there. Taking a look at his belt, you can see he does have a clip right here, and it's done in a really nice silver. We have a mismatched part right here because he has a tan piece of armor right here, that same brown armor right here, so you can see it has some battle damage. Going on to his knee pads, we have seen these knees before. This again is a Scarif Trooper shin with a little bit of canisters, cartridges. I don't know what he keeps in here, but you can see he modified this greave to be his own. On this side we do have the standard Mandalorian one with the little blasters and whatever else darts come out of there. We do have a pouch right here, which unfortunately isn't well painted. You can barely make it out unless you're really looking for it. We have a little band of either armor or tape right here. Could be leather, but we'll see in the series. And then he is wearing brown boots, which do look good. And then he does have this really nice tattered cape. I really love the texturing on this cape. Unfortunately, it is made of plastic, so it's mainly going to just sit like this. There's no way to have it displayed other than just resting on his shoulder. But it's still a really nice piece, and I really do like this figure. So, with his detail out of the way, let's actually move on to comparisons. Here we have the Mandalorian pose next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have the Mandalorian pose next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. And finally, here we have the Mandalorian pose next to a Black Series Hover Tank Driver and a Black Series Rise of Skywalker Rey. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to his articulation now. The Mandalorian here does sport quite a bit of articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does let him look up to about there. He can look down to about there. Can tilt his head left and right, so I do like that. We get a lot of movement in his head, so do like that. Swivels left and right, so overall really love the head movement on him. Shoulder pads don't hinder articulation at all. They do a full 360. And then when you go up, the shoulder pads do move out, so I really do like that little piece of detail right there. The shoulder pads are a soft material, and they don't get in the way of arm movement. Same for this side, although you do have to contend with the cape, but it's hit or miss for me. No bicep swivel, but we do have an elbow that does bend up to there, almost past 90 degrees, but it's exceptional. We do have a swivel at the elbow. We have a swivel and an in and out hinge for his left hand. For his right hand, we do have an up and down hinge for gun blasting poses. We have a very generous diaphragm, or mid-torso joint. It's not really a diaphragm joint. And it's a ball joint, so you can get him leaning side to side. Crunches forward about there. Leans back about that far. We do have rotation there. Although be careful for the bandolier. It may move around on you. Legs do kick forward only to about there. Could have been a little bit better. Let's see at this leg. This leg seems to go up. Yeah, this leg goes up further. Let's see. Yeah, his right leg goes up further than his left leg, so that's surprising. We do have a thigh swivel, and his legs do go out to about there. Again, really nice thigh swivel. Double bend in the knees. We get good range, but it doesn't go up all the way. I'm perfectly okay with that. No boot cut swivel, but we do have a hinge in the ankle, which goes back to about there. Goes forward to about there. Really generous on the forward movement. And then forward-facing pin for rocker ankle. So overall, really good articulation here on the Mandalorian. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Mandalorian pose for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like the way the Mandalorian came out. This is one figure I was actually looking forward to when I saw him in the listings. I knew I had to pick this figure up. The Mandalorian here does look just like he does in the title of his series, so hopefully the series is good. It is something I'm looking forward to. I just really hope that the series is decent and not terrible. Although, I don't have my hopes up, but this is a really nice figure. If you are looking for the Mandalorian, the Black Series right now is available in stores, so you can find them at Walmart, Target, or even Walgreens now. Each figure is one per case, and the Mandalorian is one that I have not seen out in the wild. I've seen Kylo Ren, I've seen Rey, I've even seen the Jedi Outcast figures in stores, but I have not seen a Mandalorian on shelves, so he is going to be pretty hard to track down. If you can find him for a really good price, I really do recommend you pick him up. Secondhand market is already charging $50 for this guy, so if you want to find this figure, keep checking Amazon. Hopefully you get lucky when you go out in the stores, because he is a really sought-after figure. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other Star Wars Black Series videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Just remember, subscriptions don't always notify you when my videos go up, so ring that bell just so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.